Hey guys, what's up? I'm Slim and you're watching Slimothy TV. In this video, I've got a really cool one for you guys. As you can see here, Poetic was kind enough to send out 4 of their iPhone 17 Pro, possibly Pro Max cases. I haven't looked at any of them yet. So let's just go from left to right and put these back on a stack here. It looks like we got some big boys, we got some smaller ones. Let's see what we got here first. Looks like we have the Poetic Spartan iPhone 17 Pro MagSafe ring black/clear. Now, I do think this might be a fan favorite. If you guys know of the Spartan line from Poetic, they are pretty popular, I think. They always seem to do well on our videos. Let's see what else we got in here. Nothing else. Set this off to the side. And I can already tell through this is gonna look really cool. Let's go ahead and slide it right out. And there we go. Check out that design right here. You guys already know we are a fan of the matted out clear look. It just looks so premium. It fits with the aesthetic of the phone. The Spartan is definitely one of my favorites from Poetic. So we've got the iPhone 17 Pro here in Cosmic Orange. Let's go ahead and stick it right in and boom, look at that. Fits like a glove, fit in there very smooth, very snug. And this is what your phone's gonna look like if you decide to pick up this case. This case actually feels very premium in the hand, partially because of this matte back. You know, that's always been Apple's signature Pro thing, is to just have a matte back. So it's got that nice smooth material, but it's also got these grips on the side, which really do help with holding the phone. Power button right here has a different texture as well, so you can easily identify that. The camera control button is completely covered, which is exactly what we want to see from these companies. So big props to Poetic for including that right here. Feels very clicky as well. On the bottom here, the cutouts look perfect. And then on the side, looking very good. In fact, everything is all covered up. Let's test out the action button just to make sure it works. Yes, it does. No issues there at all. But take a look at this case when it's on. So I do have a matte screen protector on there, so ignore that. But check out how this makes the phone look much more square. Interesting. Definitely gives it a more Android-esque feel. But check out this back piece right here. This right here is very nice to have because if you drop your phone, if there's something sharp up in this general area, you're gonna want a little bull bar right there to protect your phone. I know it looks insignificant, but this can actually add structural rigidity to the case itself, but also against drops, because right here, otherwise this would be a big open area where you could easily scratch up your phone. Now let's test out this kickstand right here. Very solid. You guys can hear that click. And you guys can see how it actuates. You can actually put it anywhere. It doesn't click into position. There's no ratcheting. It's just very strong. As you guys can see, let's test this out. Boom, boom, no issues at all. Flips right back up. Of course, we have to test MagSafe strength, so whoa. Okay. That was scaring me for a minute. I couldn't get it off. This is possibly, yeah, this is the strongest MagSafe that we have tested on any iPhone ever, possibly. This is getting the first ever 9.0 out of 10 rating. This is insanely strong. I don't know how to convey this, but check that out. It's pulling this thing. Yeah, these are the strongest magnets that we've encountered. So if you're worried about MagSafe, this is the strongest we've ever reviewed on the channel. So let that sink in. We've reviewed tons of cases for years. Remember, we've been on YouTube since 2009. So this is strong. This is insane. I am very impressed with this. Anyways, one last look at this case here before we move on to the next. This might be my favorite. I know I haven't seen the rest yet, but I really like this look. Let's move on to the next. Alrighty, next up we have a big boy here. This is the Poetic Revolution for the 17 Pro in black. So let's see what this one looks like. Pulling it right out. Nothing else in there. We can set this off to the side. It does come with installation instructions, which is great. In case you've never done this before, you definitely want to read that just to make sure you do it right and don't break anything. Here we have the case itself. This is the standard Poetic Revolution look if you guys have ever, interacted with Poetic before. This is one of their staples, but there is one thing about this case that I don't like. It looks like it also comes with just the front plate, which you can use if you don't want the screen protector. So this one has a built-in screen protector. And if you don't want to use that, you use this faceplate with no screen protector. That way you can use your own screen protector if you really want. Now, the great thing about testing this case is that we actually have a dummy phone. There's no screen protector on this dummy phone, but it's a 1-to-1 replica. So first things first, peel off the plastic. Then we can put this in face first, just like so. And everything snaps right into place, and we can peel this last piece of plastic off. Boom. And wow, this is actually possibly one of the clearest built-in screen protectors that we have reviewed yet. It's very, very clear. Not sure if it's coming through on camera or not, but this is one of the more rugged cases in the lineup. You guys can see here, everything is completely covered. It fully covers up the camera color back here, but there will be a little bit showing through with the flash and the LiDAR sensor, as well as the microphone. Those are all completely uncovered, but down here, USB-C port is covered in case you're in a dusty environment. You want to make sure that you keep that closed. Perfect cutouts here for the speakers. On the side, everything is looking great. There's a really nice grip to this case as well. It's a nice soft touch material on the sides. Power button here has a different texture, so you can easily find that. And then of course we have the camera control button built in right like that, which of course this would have, since it covers up pretty much all the buttons. You definitely want to have that one covered as well. It's actually got a very nice deep indent as well, so you will not miss that when you are trying to use it. Now, the secret sauce of this case, definitely the kickstand. Pull it out like that and you're ready to rock, and you've got a kickstand for any orientation, and it snaps right back. Now, of course, the one flaw you're gonna have with this case is no MagSafe on the back. That could be a deal breaker for, I'd say, probably at least 75% of people in 2025, but if you don't care about that and you just want a nice rugged case, definitely check this one out. And like I said, you can install this, which is just this outer rim, if you don't want to use this screen protector. Alrighty, and the next two we're gonna breeze by on these because these are the same exact cases. They're just for the Pro Max. So in case you wanna see it on the bigger phone, I will show you guys that right now. So here is that Spartan again, and we'll go ahead and stick the 17 Pro Max right in. Of course, this is the dummy unit, but this is what it's gonna look like. You can see this bull bar is actually bigger on this model, so even more protection. Let's test out that MagSafe. I just want to see. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how they got this so strong, but again, if you're worried about MagSafe, this is the case to get, like bar none. 9.0 out of 10. Highest rating we've ever given any case on the channel for MagSafe. Tiny bit of Poetic branding right there, but again, you've got that insane grip on the sides. It really even makes this huge phone even more handleable, if that's a word, just because of the grip. One thing I forgot to mention on the others is the camera resivity, which is perfect on these. You guys can see right there. Everything is totally covered. And of course, resivity on the front, no issues at all. This actually has a screen protector on this dummy phone, and there's still clearance. So set your phone down like that, no problem. But moving on to the final case, it's the exact same Revolution in black, I believe. Exact same case, but you guys can see just how big this one is. So if I'm holding this one in my hand, it does add a little bit of size to the phone itself. Just because it is more protective, but it looks exactly the same as the Pro model. So it would have been cool to see some different colorways sent out. So maybe in a future video, we'll do those. But for now, this is what the black one looks like. Again, classic Poetic. It's just missing that MagSafe ring. So I feel like that's going to discount a lot of people. Like a lot of people are going to be excluded from wanting this. But if you don't care about MagSafe, you just, use a wired charger. Check this one out. It's a classic. So there you guys have it, the Poetic lineup for the 17 Pro. Definitely check these out. Spartan is by far my favorite here in this lineup, but if you don't need MagSafe and you need protection, check out the Revolution. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Links to both of these cases will be, of course, in the description and the pinned comment, so you guys can check them out, see what the prices are, and see which one you like the best. If you like the video, hit the big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.